My name is Joanne Kramer. I'm the president of Outreach Care. We got started right here at the Quakertown Food Pantry, and our mission is to integrate the homeless back into society in our own community. The reason I, always cared for people was because I knew that the Lord's been with me for the longest time, from even when I was a child. I was given a holy card. I was Catholic when I was born, and the nun had given me this card. My mother had given it to me when I was a little girl, and I had a dream, and I saw the Lord behind me, guiding me over this, path to this house. An angel guiding me over this path. And then when I came to the house, when the door opened, it was the Lord, and I just felt so much peace. And I always knew He was with me, but I come from a very poor family. One of four, but I was the oldest, but both my parents were both very sick. And I ended up actually taking care of my brothers and sisters. The Lord always put it in my heart that, I need to help out. And when I got married and things went well for me, I had a wonderful job. I got a great husband. I have two wonderful children. And I said, Lord, I want to give back. And this is the way He's been showing me. Every time I read my daily bread, it's amazing. He just answered me. Every time I think, Lord, this is a little bit too much for me. I can't handle it. I don't know where to go. I don't know where I'm going to get funds for this person. So the Lord's always showing me. And when I read my daily bread and I read the Bible in the morning, the Lord always gives me a word. It's unbelievable. Like I was reading today, and it's John 3:17, and I apologize, I'm not good at memorizing. But if one of you has enough money to live well and sees a brother or sister in need and refuses to help, how can God's love be in that person? And that's exactly, the Lord's always showed me and told me that, His first commandment is to love each other. And how can you love somebody if you're not going to how can you just let somebody walk away? That's like that first night we were here in this room, and we would have said to that gentleman, no, I'm sorry, we can't help you. And he would have just gone back out there in the cold. I think if Jesus was on this earth, He would never allow that to happen. So when we were here, there's quite a few times in the winter months, we always get clients that come in that, either are homeless, or they're going to be homeless, or they're in need of something. So this one night that Bernadette and I, a friend, we were in this room and we were gathering food for a family. Someone came down and said, Joanne, there's a gentleman here that is homeless. And it was snowing out. So all of the volunteers, we all looked at each other and just said, you know what, we can't let this guy be out there homeless. So we all dug in our pockets, and I called the patio court, and they said, yeah, we can give you a room. And I said, look, this is all the money we have. And the guy said, it's okay, and just bring him up. So we did. So one of our volunteers actually took him up. So when we came back, Bernadette and I were standing in this room, actually over at this table, and we're saying, you know what, we need to do something. Something needs to change. People need to realize the need in Quakertown for homeless people. Really do have a lot of homeless people and people that are in need. Yes, people are on drugs, there's people with alcohol problems, but they're all trying to get themselves back in society also, and they need somebody to help. There's a lot of agencies that are out there, but the agencies all have, certain guidelines. You either have to have a car, you have to have a job. Well, last time I knew, homeless person, the reason they're homeless is because they have no car and they have no job. So we're hoping that someday that the Lord will, be able to give us a building, and we can bring in people that we have come here into the pantry that said they have a need, and we can actually sit down with these people, and instead of just handing out, we want them to work for it by them looking for a job, but we're going to have people to help them, get them to an interview, then find a place to live, and then give them budgeting plans, just carry on and make sure that that person is on their way, back to society the way they should be, and not back to the street. That's our ultimate goal.